Good morning and welcome to day 10 of my 30-day healthy restart. We're almost a third of the way done. So this morning I'm going to have the caramel macchiato shake with a shot of espresso, and then I'm going to head to work and you'll see my second fueling, and then hopefully I will be home for lunch.
I leave the TV on, I'm done with your sad eyes. I can take another night with you on like this. So let's go, I'm sure you can take it. You've been crying over him for a lifetime. So if you don't mind, we will dance till it's way past late. Another course that we can fly with the baseline. Boys be boys, ain't no excuse, babe. Now hey you, oh hey you, I know you can find someone better. Oh hey you, oh hey you.
Well, I am home for lunch, and as you could see, I had my avocado toast, and I used the 1.5 ounces of avocado as a healthy fat. The dinner I'm going to make tonight, I'm going to use chicken breast, and I am not going to be using a healthy fat in my lean and green. So I'm going to head back to work. You'll see what I have for my fourth fueling. So after work, I'm coming home to change really quick, and then I have a nail appointment. And then after that, I'll be back for my lean and green. Hi, well, I'm home from work. I quick changed here because I have a nail appointment at 5:30. I also had 1/2 cup of my cottage cheese, my 1% low-fat cottage cheese, and that is 1/3 of a lean. So when I get back from getting my nails done, I'm going to make my lean and green. And the meat I am using is going to be chicken breast. So I am only going to use 4 ounces cooked of chicken breast. And I'll explain more when I come back for my lean and green. So I'm off to get the nails done. This one you can see is in great need. And I will see you when I get back. I am back from getting my nails done. He did a pretty good job. Cut them a little bit shorter than I wanted him to, but I think they still look really nice. Okay, for my lean and green tonight, I am going to try something that I haven't tried before, and it is PALMINI rice. It's made out of hearts of palm, and I have tried the PALMINI linguine once before, and it was pretty good. So I'm going to try the rice, and what I'm going to have for my lean and green is teriyaki chicken, and I'm going to be using my G. Hughes sugar-free teriyaki sauce. 2 tablespoons is 1 condiment. And for my vegetables, I'm going to do 2 servings of the PALMINI rice and 1/2 serving of cooked mushrooms and 1/2 serving of cooked peppers, and I will weigh everything out. So it says you should cook the palmini rice in a saucepan. I am going to actually do it in the microwave. I have this Pampered Chef steamer, and I think that will be good with the little holes for draining the water. So I am going to put my palmini rice in here. First thing I'm gonna do is rinse it really well. And then I'm going to put some water in there and cook it for about 5 minutes on high. And while that is cooking, I am going to saute my chicken breast. Okay, I weighed out 4 ounces of cooked chicken breast, and I'm going to add that to the vegetables that I also weighed out. So this is about 1 green here. Let me add this back in. And then I weighed out 2 servings of the palmini rice, and I'm going to add that in here. And I'm going to finish it off with 2 tablespoons of the G. Hughes sugar-free teriyaki sauce. That smells really good. So here I have 2/3 of a leaner because I had the ½ cup of cottage cheese. And then I have 3 greens and 1 condiment. All right, I'm going to plate this up. Okay, so here is my lean and green. I am very anxious to try this. I will have my lean and green for my dinner, and then my son is home. He was on a fishing trip for a few days, and he and I are gonna watch Jeopardy. And then I will report back for my last fueling. Okay, so I have my last fueling of the day, the cream cheese cinnamon swirl cake that I just made according to package directions. So you probably want to know how I liked my lean and green. Well, I did like it. I will say that the palmini rice was kind of mushy. It didn't have a real strong taste. It just absorbed the taste of the sauce. So it was fine to eat. But I don't know that I would buy it again. I think I'm just gonna stick with cauliflower rice. But it was interesting to try. And you can see my buddy Leo here. He likes to lay right in the middle of the floor when I am doing my recipes so that I trip on him. Well, I'm going to say goodnight and enjoy my last fueling, and I will see you tomorrow.
We've had this conversation, and you seem to agree with me. But when there's complications, you withdraw and leave me to be. When there's a problem, you become like a wall. And every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be my parachute. When I'm feeling down, you're just not there, making sure I'm okay. Why don't you help me the way I help you?
morning and welcome to day 11 of my 30-day healthy restart. I ran out of fingers. So today I'm headed to work and I've been advised that we have a crazy day. Apparently there are 150 arraignments to do, all set at 10 o'clock. So the odds of me getting back for lunch are slim and none. I will still hold out hope, but I have fuelings at my office. So you can see I made my first fueling, the golden chocolate chip pancakes. I'm gonna take those to work and have it with some black coffee. And I will be home after work for my lean and green. See you soon. Well, I lucked out. A lot of people didn't show up for court today, so I was able to make it home for lunch, and I'm really glad. I am going to have the sour cream and chive mashed potatoes for lunch. I am going to waffle them in my mini dash waffle maker, and I'm going to have it with a wedge of the white cheddar Laughing Cow, which is one condiment. So let me get to that. Well, I had my lunch and it was delicious as always. I am headed back to work. You will see what I have for my fourth fueling, and then I'll be home to make my lean and green. Well, I am finally home from work and am getting ready to make my lean and green. But before I do, I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things. The first thing is, I wanted to let you guys know that at the end of these 30 days, I am going to do a results video. I weighed myself on the first day of my restart, and I am not going to weigh myself again until the last day. And I will let you guys know my progress. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about was transformation photos. I just don't have very many. I do have one, and I will go ahead and put that up here. It's a face-to-face, and the first picture is taken in May of 2022. And the picture on the right was taken at the end of September 2022. I've told you a little bit about my history in some of my previous videos, but as a recap, I started this journey on Optavia at the end of June of 2022, and I was going great. I lost about 25 pounds by October, and then the bottom fell out. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was fortunate. They caught it early, and I had surgery, and then about a month later I had radiation, and I'm on some medication that I will have to take for the next 5 years. But, you know, losing weight is a mental game. We all know that. And I had been doing so well, and I really struggled to stay on plan, but it was one of the most stressful times of my life. And I was on and off plan. And slowly but surely, I gained back about half of those 25 pounds. When you look at that before and after photo, I feel like right now I've fallen somewhere in the middle of that. And I hope by the end of the 30 days that I'm on the right side of it. But anyways, I've gotten some comments from people, and I just wanted to let you know that I will be doing a results video. Now it's time to make my lean and green. I don't know if you saw in the picture at the beginning of this video, but I'm going to talk about air fryer hard-boiled eggs. I love hard-boiled eggs, and when I used to boil them, a lot of times one would break, it would be a huge mess. So someone told me the secret way to make perfect hard-boiled eggs every time, and I'm going to now tell you. The secret is to put them in your air fryer. What you do is you put them in the air fryer at 250 degrees for 16 minutes. And then when the air fryer is done, you kind of let them sit there for another 5 minutes or so. And then you submerge them in a bowl of ice water. And they turn out perfect every time. And the reason I'm talking about hard-boiled eggs is because I am going to have my salad that I made the other day again. Now, I had it when I got home from Aldi and I was so hungry, I didn't show you how I prepared it. So I'm gonna go over it in a little bit more detail, but essentially it's a can of tuna, which is about 4 ounces of tuna, and 1 hard-boiled egg, and then just a sprinkle of reduced fat mozzarella cheese on sweet butter lettuce that I got from Aldi with Ken's Light balsamic dressing. So I'm going to get that together. This time I'm going to weigh everything out on my trusty food scale. I'm going to zero this out, and I'm going to do 2 cups of the sweet butter lettuce. And 2 cups of that will be 3.88 ounces. So I'm going to start that. Okay. $3.8. Now I'm going to zero out my scale again, and I'm going to put 1/2 serving of cucumber, and that will be 1.05 ounces. So I cut some up. See what we got here. All right, 1.1. Now I'll zero that out again. And a 1/2 serving of the cherry tomatoes is going to be 1.3 ounces. I'm going to cut these in half. All right, 1.3. Now I'm going to add the tuna. I'll zero out my scale again. See how much this weighs. The last can drained was about 4 ounces, so we'll see. 3.5 ounces, which really won't change anything. I'm going to add a hard-boiled egg sliced and then some reduced fat mozzarella cheese to make up the difference. Now this is one of my hard-boiled eggs that I made in my air fryer. We'll see how easy this peels. Usually they peel super easy. Yep, and this is no exception. Perfect. Okay, now I've got my egg slicer. My kids always liked having sliced hard-boiled eggs as a snack. Okay, now I'm going to add 1/8 of a cup of reduced fat mozzarella cheese. Last time I used a little bit less than 1/8 cup because the tuna was 4 ounces, but this time it's only 3.5. And then last but not least, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of Ken's Light balsamic vinaigrette on there. Now this is really a lot of food. And there you have it. Isn't that beautiful? All right, I'm going to eat my salad and then I am heading over to my daughter's house. I am babysitting my grand dog, Captain. My daughter and her boyfriend are away for the weekend, and I'm going to spend the evening with Captain, and he loves to play Frisbee, so I'll probably get a little bit of a video of him. He's a maniac. And then I will probably have my last fueling at Mandy's house. So I will see you then. Are you ready? Okay, go. All right, I am at my daughter's house, babysitting Captain. Here he is. Hey, buddy. And I'm gonna have my last fueling, the creamy double peanut butter crisp bar. So I am going to say goodnight. If you liked this video, please like it below and subscribe to my channel. And tick the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I post new videos. And have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.